beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2022. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is a singles love reading for those who are looking for love. If you're not looking for a love reading, I will be doing a career reading for your sign in the next couple of days, as well as a what do your guides want you to know. But let's see what comes out for the singles reading for you. Also, please be mindful that Mercury retrograde is in full swing, and that can bring people from your past back into your energetic sphere. Now, that does not mean that they have to physically show up in your world, but it can mean that you're looking back in order to process some emotions that have still yet to be dealt with. So if you feel a little bit nostalgic with that moon, look at that moon energy right there. If you feel a little bit nostalgic and all up in your emotions and feelings and things like that, that is something that happens round about this time period. It doesn't mean you want to be with a person in the past. It can mean that you feel connected to a past memory in order, it's like you're being triggered in order to see if you still have feelings for that event or that circumstance. And the less you feel for it, it means the more you have processed it and let it go. We've got the ring there, the moon, we've got the 4-leaf clover, and we've got the owls. So I'm going to get all of your cards first before I do your cards, just so you're aware. But it definitely looks like commitment is on the horizon for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding singles love? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? We've got the Death card and we've got the Hierophant. So yeah, we've definitely got a commitment coming on in. That's 2 decks now that are indicating that there is commitment on the horizon. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. What do my beautiful Aries need to know? Now, also, you should still be feeling the influence from that new moon eclipse on the 30th of April. And that was all about how you value yourself. So you're going to be calling in a relationship where you value the person as much as they value you. So it is about reciprocal exchange. And we got that Hierophant energy there in your chart, which indicates that there is someone coming on in offering full commitment. Okay, and the ring there also suggests that as well. We've got the Princess of Cups. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Now, this is a beautiful deck. It's the Starman Tarot, and that is by David de Angelis. And the Princess of Cups is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups, just so you're aware. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. We've got the 8 of Swords. We've also got the 2 of Swords. Okay, that's this one here. We've got the Starman. Okay, one more and then we're done for that deck. Okay, and we've got the 4 of Swords. So, and finally, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? We got the Hierophant again. So whatever it is you want, you're attracting right now. You're in full manifestation mode. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. That's in the resistance position, so that means you won't be single for long. We've got 6 of Swords. You're being moved out of a difficult... it's almost like you've been going through a bit of a test. You've got double 6, so 6 of Wands there as well, and we got the Ace of Wands. So there is chemistry with somebody new, and it will build to a full commitment, but it's going to be a slow process. So the chemistry is going to be off the charts with someone quite soon, but it builds up into a relationship with the hierophant. But we'll get to that in a moment. The protagonist energy, we've got the moon. So you've been feeling pretty uncertain about your love life. You may even feel love is very mysterious. You've been trying really hard to understand it, maybe process some emotions. The moon is about fears. So you may be looking at any blockages within you, whether they were caused by another person or another circumstance. You're really analyzing those sort of emotions and shedding all illusions, especially by that full moon eclipse in Scorpio on the 16th of May. You will have shed a lot of emotions and processed a lot as you've moved through that time period. The moon is about anxiety. So some of you may have been feeling like time is running out, or you may have felt when you think about love, it's making you quite anxious in some way. I feel like you've been going through a test. Spirit has sent you with that Six of Swords. It tells me you've been going through a rite of passage in order to gain wisdom, because the moon is all about wisdom. It's about deep knowledge. It's about reflection. It's also about things coming to the surface, like emotions, deep-rooted emotions, in order to make voluntary changes. It's not that Spirit is forcing changes on you. It's that you're making voluntary changes to anchor your emotions and see through any fears that you may have got there. Also, the moon can be about romanticism, okay? So, for example, you may be trying to be strong and romanticizing someone coming on in to offer love. They are visualizations. They are manifestations. So keep doing what you're doing, because they're showing me that Princess of Cups, in the Hierophant, you're visualizing or you're manifesting or calling in, as it were, a higher level of commitment. And over here we got the Hierophant. That is what you're receiving. So what you're manifesting here in your protagonist energy is what you're getting on the outcome. Also with the moon energy, this is about things popping out of nowhere. All of a sudden. Now I'm going to just pull a card on this, because this can also talk about people having hidden feelings for you, someone you already know. So there's someone new coming on in here, just so you're aware, there's new, but I feel an energetic pull that there is someone you already know who is harboring feelings for you. So just let me clarify that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Queen of Cups. Okay. So yeah, someone is already sort of like someone who actually helps you out, someone who really cares deeply about you. This could be a friend. They give you a lot of support, is what they're showing me. This person could have strong Cancerian in their chart. It doesn't have to be. Temperance card. Temperance card and the Six of Wands. So this is someone who puts you above everybody else. So if there's a friend who's always like really patient with you, always kind, always willing to help you out, is a good listener, someone who always wants to help you whenever things are going not very well in your world. This is someone who is always there for you. This person, male or female, it's not a gender specific reading, but this person has feelings for you, okay? And they tend to be the sort of person who tries to raise you up whenever you're feeling down, okay? Strength card, yeah. Whenever you're struggling, they're always there. This person, whoever that person is that you check in with, or they check in with you to see how you're doing all the time, they've got hidden emotions for you. They've got hidden feelings. Let me see. How does my beautiful Aries feel about this person? How does my beautiful Aries feel about this person? Now this person could be strong Sagittarius energy. They could be Cancerian energy. The Sun in the reverse, you've not seen them like that. You don't see them like that. You don't see them as being someone who... it's not that I feel like it's not that you don't have feelings for this person. I just feel like you've never looked at them in that way. I'm just going to clarify one more. Thank you so much. Whew. Okay. And we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, you've not seen them, you've not emotionally seen them in a romantic sense. I feel like you wouldn't want to sort of lose their friendship. Okay. I feel you wouldn't want to cross a line with this person. You have feelings for this person, but not in the romantic sense. That's what I'm getting. You know who this person is what they're giving me. My guides are giving me. So we've also got the Strength card here. Now, this is about you having courage, being strong, building your confidence. I feel like you've had to be strong. They're showing me here that There's been a real test of faith when it comes to your love relationships. To have the Ten of Wands, it can mean that you've overcommitted yourself in another area in the past with somebody, and it either just burnt out and became exhausting and you just let it go. Or I feel like, there's some sort of baggage from a past situation who was quite foolish in the way that they treated the relationship. And you may have even got very close to committing long term, but it just didn't work out that way. There was an ending that just brought a lot of like stress, exhaustion, and they're just showing me that you've had to be strong. Now, the Strength card is also about loving oneself fully. It is about finding your power, empowering yourself, being self-disciplined, and committing to self. So I feel like you're doing you, and you may feel a little bit uncertain about your love life right now because you're not really sure what's out there. It's almost like there's nobody really sparking your chemistry or your attention or your curiosity. So you're not really sure. It's almost like, wow, okay. So they're giving me a song, and I'm not really sure how it resonates with your reading, but they're giving me a very famous song. They're giving me Life is a Mystery. Whoa. Everyone just stands alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. Okay, and it's on a loop. Okay, so that is a very famous song, and that is Madonna. Life is a Mystery. I want to say it's like a prayer or something like that. And it's really now, I don't really know much about that song. I've got to be honest, okay? I don't really research Madonna and things like that. I don't really know. But I feel like that's like a faith. Is that a song about faith or something like that? I mean, maybe because I feel like there was a controversial video that went with that many, many years ago. And for some reason, I feel like it's about faith, or perhaps about, I mean, I'm just going to take the lyrics at face value because I don't really know what the song's about. But like a prayer could be something that you've been praying for, or about having faith in some way. But they're indicating you call my name and it feels like home. And I feel like that's how you're going to feel like about this new person. When they call your name, it's just going to be really like calm, peace. You just know it's all slots into place. You know when they say, you meet somebody and you got butterflies in your stomach and you're all excited and you're like nervous and you're so anxious. This is different. This is so grounded. It's like, I just know I'm meant to be with this person. It just feels right. So I feel the lyrics itself are important. Now, I mean, wonderful smell of perfume. OMG. I've just noticed a card that's over here. Now, I'm sure it was there when we started, and perhaps I don't know how it got there. So I'm going to have a look on the video. If it was there when I started, I did not notice it. I've used this deck since doing readings for myself. So I just can't imagine or remember a card going over there. I'm going to see what it is. Okay, it's obviously there for a reason. Judgment. Okay. Now Judgment is the card that connects to Mercury retrograde with someone from the past, but this could also be energy of you getting second wind, weighing up your options. I'm going to pop that there because it's there. I don't know why. This never happens in my readings. Never, ever, ever, ever. So this is like a first. Yeah, I'm rarely speechless. I can talk a lot. I'm rarely speechless, but I am right now. So the Judgment card is there. So this could be, I'll pull a card on it later, but I'm going to leave that there for now. Anyway, let's move on. I got a beautiful smell of perfume coming through. Beautiful smell of perfume. And this is something you're going to smell over the next 4 to 5 weeks, an unexplained smell of perfume. Your guides are telling me that this is a sign for you that in the next 4 to 5 weeks, it's to trigger you to remember in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you're going to be meeting somebody new that sparks. Wow, it is beautiful, the smell. It's like otherworldly smell. It's like one of those perfumes that you're like, what? It just comes from nowhere. So it's really profound, this smell. It's a sign for you that in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you're about to meet somebody new. Okay, so they want you to be aware, because it's going to take courage, of course, to come out of a comfort zone and open up to love. But this is someone who is a divine counterpart that will lead to a higher level of commitment. Now, as I was saying about that song, either you hear it on the radio just before this reading, or you heard it on the radio just before this reading, or you'll hear it right after. It's a song that it's meant to trigger you, to remind you as well that about listening to the way that they say your name, or their voice, and the way that they say your name, this new person. And it just feels like there's a peace that comes all over you when they say your name. Also, when they say your name, when they say your name, they're actually flirting with you. They're letting you know. So when you meet this person for the first time, they'll say your name every time they say a sentence. So for example, if your name is like, I don't know, Barbara, and they're like, so Barbara, what did you think about this? I can't wait to tell you this, Barbara. They always mention your name, always, in pretty much each sentence, because they're trying to connect to you. It's this person's way of flirting. They don't even realize they're doing it, but they always say your name. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now we got the Princess of Cups. This is about you doing you. Okay, this is your protagonist energy. So I feel like you're building your confidence. I feel like you are finding the strength within you. You've had a bit of a struggle when it comes to love, maybe even angry at something in the past that you're letting go, you're releasing all of that. And you're recognizing that you are a beautiful, bright being that has a lot of love to offer, a lot to give. This is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups, and this is about you offering your love. Okay, so I feel like you will offer your love to this person, this new person, but only after a period of time. There's a frisson, a chemistry between you and this new person when you first meet them. And it's not that it's a slow burn, but it's an exciting burn where it's like, it's not hot and heavy rushing into something that's going to fizzle out. This is more of a do they, don't they? It's a little bit of a dance with this person. It's kind of like, oh, they keep looking at me like, oh, they keep staring at me and then looking away. Or, when you brush someone's arm against the other arm, there's a bolt of electricity and you're like, oh, there's definitely some chemistry with this person. The Princess of Cups is you recognizing that, you're reviving your spirits when it comes to love. You're being encouraged by the universe to love yourself fully. This is a lesson that you were meant to learn before you could extend your cup of love to someone else. So you have been going through a bit of a test, okay? Now, the Princess of Cups also is, they just keep giving me like a jolt of electricity, Also, they're showing me one of those, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a big glass globe, and when you put your hand on it, the electricity comes to the hand. They're showing me one of those. It's very scientific. I don't know what it's called, but they're showing me one of those in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading. So they're just showing me this jolt of electricity, and I feel like this is important. I mean, it could be that you and this person meet at a science museum, or you've got a date and you go with this new person and they take you to a science museum. There's something maybe a little bit sciencey about this person or you, or maybe this is just something that you're interested in, electricity, or that orby thing that's got electricity. I don't know, but they're just showing me that in the water, a jolt of electricity. And we got the Hierophant. So you're looking for someone who's romantic, someone who wants a high level commitment. This is what you're calling in. This is what you're going to receive as well. The Hierophant is a high level commitment card. It's about learning about yourself, finding out your truth. Maybe some of you even sought guidance on how to understand love, or how to understand, a counterpart, someone when you meet them. I just keep getting this energy of people looking at 6 signs someone is flirting with you, or 9 signs that this person wants to get to know you better. Now that came up in another reading for another sign. I can't remember exactly the sign. I think it was maybe Pisces, but I can't be sure. But the Hierophant is wanting to know more about yourself, educating yourself on the lessons that you've learnt in love or in life to date, and you recognizing that you bring so much to the table when it comes to love, and that you deserve the highest order of love of all, deep commitment, and that's what you're manifesting. Okay, now in the resistance position, this is a blockage position. We've got the Ring. So the Ring is all about commitment. So you may have been open to commitment in the past, and you just didn't get the commitment that you truly deserved, the one that was honorable, true blue, one that was long lasting. Okay, so I feel like there may be even a blockage where you feel you get into relationships, but you never really get to the commitment stage. I don't know what a commitment stage is. I've never heard of that before. Is that something the cool kids are saying? I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading, so I'm actually giving you the words that they're giving me. I don't know if you can take that word. It's not something I've ever said before. A commitment stage. Don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, maybe I've just made up a new word because Spirit's giving me that. Anyway, so this is, perhaps you've never quite got to the engagement stage, for example, or the moving in stage with somebody, but that's all about to change. This is your challenge for the next 4 to 5 weeks that you will overcome. So they're indicating there is a commitment on the horizon for you, and the Fool card indicates it requires you coming out of a comfort zone and taking a leap of faith. This is a new adventure that is available to you. You're so different and unique, my beautiful Aries. You're so passionate, exciting to be with, and you got lots of strong emotion. Sometimes you may have been, people may have said in the past, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, this is just what's coming through. Sometimes people may have said to you in the past they weren't sure whether you wanted commitment or not, or whether you were serious about commitment or not. So either they're suggesting that you were giving off a vibe that you're very carefree and independent, which is wonderful. Don't ever change that vibe about you. That's you. The right person is going to match that vibe and know that they want to get to know you deeper. It's not that they're going to make a judgment on you. The Fool card also is about curiosity. So I feel in the next couple of weeks, there's someone here who's going to be very, they're going to pique your interest, pique your curiosity. And I feel like this is a relationship that has a lot of potential. Okay, this is the beginning of something new, something exciting, something that you really want to explore. Now, we've also got the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands basically means you're clearing space for new beginnings. You may have felt burdened or had a lot of baggage from the past, but you're releasing it because it's in the resistance position, like I got it in the reverse. The Fool card is in that position. It tells me that you're going to be unprepared for meeting somebody new, and that is why it requires you to take a leap of faith. So the Ten of Wands is like, you know, you may have focused a lot on career recently or feel overloaded with responsibility. They're indicating here that you're finally reviving your spirits and deciding to look for love again, because I feel like you have not. You've felt like you've been analyzing love, working out what it is that you want in terms of commitment, because we've got got major arcana here card, and we've got a Princess of Cups. So this is about you looking at the commitment you deserve because you give your all when you're in a relationship, and I feel you haven't had those needs met, or you felt disappointed with the way love has gone in the past. The Ten of Wands says you are making that space. Okay, you're finding that courage. You work hard to save love relationships in the past. I feel like you're the sort of person who puts all your heart, soul, and your work into something. And also that includes work, as in, independence, that sort of thing. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it may mean that your focus has not been on looking for love. You may have taken yourself out of the dating game for a while to focus on your own enjoyment, to focus on building a financial secure future, enjoying your single life, but also being about discerning about the company that you keep, and being disciplined with your money, but also with your emotions. Being, there's self-control here with this card. Also, you're very fiercely independent. You rely on yourself, and unless someone truly deserves to come into your inner circle, you don't really open up your inner circle to many. Okay. So I feel you may be the sort of person, you don't mean to test somebody, but I feel you've been either burnt in the past, or you've sort of overgiven in the past, and you've learnt. The Hierophant tells me you've learnt a lot of lessons when it comes to love, and sometimes very heavy, painful ones. Okay. Now, out of the blue, because we've got the good luck card there, it's number 2. It's the 4-leaf clover. This is your outcome position. The 4-leaf clover tells me about serendipity. All of a sudden, you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right person, and you didn't even realize you put yourself there. Okay. So this card in particular is all about luck. So I feel like it's number 2 as well, which connects to the High Priestess energy. So I feel like how you meet this person, it's like a curveball. You act on a hunch. You put yourself, so for example, if someone invites you to something, you're like, meh, not really sure if I should go. And then you might say to the person, yeah, I'll go. And then as you get closer to the event, you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I should go. And then right at the last minute, you push yourself to go to this event or to something. It feels like you're acting on a hunch. You're very impulsive about doing something. It could also mean that you, like, for example, you've seen that there is an event or something you want to connect to or invest in. You've seen it around, maybe a poster for a couple of months, and you're like, yeah, I really should go to that. And then you forget about it. And then in the final week running up to this thing, you're like, oh, maybe I should go to that thing. And they're like, no. And then on the day, you're like, you know what? To hell with it. I'm going. So it feels very spontaneous, whatever it is that you do that puts you in this position to meet somebody new. That spirit giving you a nudge. Like if you're sitting on a fence, it gives you a little nudge in the right direction. So listen to those hunches. It pays to listen to those hunches in the next 4 to 5 weeks. On a hunch, I feel like you put yourself unknowingly in the path of meeting this new person. And we've got number 12, community. It seemed to be some sort of community event or some sort of gathering with people. And there's someone here that you've not met before that's going to be attending that situation. So if there's any hunch, you know, some sort of plot twist where like suddenly you fancy doing something that you've not done before or whatever, or you weren't going to attend, but now you think, you know what, let's do it just for giggles. This is where you meet the new person. This is a card, of course, of the birds, and this is about community, people coming together, maybe even if it's like a spontaneous sort of friends party. They're like, you know what, I'm just going to celebrate Friday. Let's all gather at mine. I'm going to celebrate Friday. It really feels like it's like out of the ordinary. And this is where you meet this new person. This is the person you've been waiting for a long time. But you've not really been waiting. You've been focusing on your career development, or if you're retired, you've been focusing on enjoying your retirement. I feel like you've been focusing on you and learning a lot more about who you are spiritually, but also in terms of personal growth. Also, as you can see, the two birds, it's nesting. You are going to meet someone who matches you to a T, okay? And they keep giving me this energy that the way that they say your name, I mean, maybe they say your name in a way that's different from other people, or if you're the sort of person who's got a very interesting name and it is often pronounced in the wrong way by people, this person gets it right. And you're like, you know what? You're the first person to say my name correctly. That's so weird because most people assume it sounds like this, but actually it's this and you've got it. There's something about the way this person pronounces your name or says your name that just feels like everything's right in the world with you, okay, and them. Now we've also got the Death card, which signals change, a transformation in your status. So the Death card is about releasing any old patterns, anything that sort of has become habit in your world that is just making you end up in the same place. Because if we always do what we always did, we're always going to get what we always got, okay? So they want you to be aware with that Death card that there is change coming. Plus we've got the Scorpio full moon eclipse, which connects to that card. It's in Scorpio. So after the full moon eclipse, I would really pay attention to your hunches. The Hierophant, of course, is a commitment card. So this is a marriage card. So further down the line, you and this person, there is a commitment to each other. And I feel it just feels right, okay? And I feel like this person wants to take the time to get to know you better. They want to invest in the connection. Now, these are the cards that are in the next 4 to 5 weeks, just so you're aware. And they're indicating 8 of Swords, which is something you're not seeing yet, which I really feel connects to the person that has feelings for you, that they're not showing you the feelings. You may get a hunch about that too, because I feel all on a hunch. Everything is coming to you on a hunch in the next 4 to 5 weeks. I do feel like this person will reveal their feelings, your friend, okay? So let them down gently if you're not interested in them, of course, because we all have feelings and it takes a lot of courage to tell someone that you have feelings. So, you know, I admire those people who say, these are my feelings, you know, this is me, I'm being authentic. It's beautiful, but it's really difficult if there's no reciprocal energy back. So just be mindful of that. Also, the 8 of Swords is about a restriction, okay? It's about, you know, feeling that it can be fear, a self-imposed restriction. It may feel that you're feeling a little bit lonely and isolated right now. And the 2 of Swords, I mean, it indicates stalemate. So we've got a lot of swords here in the outcome position. So there's a lot of overthinking. Now, I feel there's a lot of overthinking in the month of May in particular, but as we edge into the beginning of June, things start to change. We've got a Four of Swords there, which is about meditation, retreat, solitude, and the Two of Swords. Now, this is coming up a lot for people, which is about travel. So either this is a time period where most people in the year tend to travel. There's a real energy here of you either going on a spiritual retreat or going on some sort of spiritual course or something like that, where you're not even sure whether you want to go on it. But at the last minute, you do. It's just like they're showing me like the Four of Swords is to be in a solitary energy, meditating on things or waiting, withdrawing from the day-to-day. And we've got the Two of Swords, which is like you're not really sure whether you're going to do something, or you're uncertain, or you're considering your options and things are in a stalemate, nothing's happening. We tend to have a Tower moment when we get a Two of Swords, to just break up the energy when the universe comes and knocks us off our perch to make a decision. But the Starman tells me that all of a sudden there's action. Now the Starman is a magician. So I feel whatever it is you've been manifesting, it comes to fruition. The magician is about your power, your decision, your precision. Whatever you focus on, the universe is saying you will achieve whatever it is you focus on. So I feel like you have been thinking about what you have to offer when it comes to love, and that you want a deeper commitment, and it's showing up for you right here with that Starman card. Also, this is a card of initiative. So all of a sudden you feel compelled to act and do something. You don't know why, you don't know how, but all of a sudden you put yourself in a circumstance to meet this new person, and you're even unaware of what you're doing. So whether it's you have that sudden calling to attend a friend's party, or a sudden hunch to put your name down for a course that you want to learn more about, a hobby or something like that, or suddenly you want to take a vacation and go on a spiritual retreat or a little weekend away, if you're lucky enough to have the money to do that, to take some time for you. It's a sudden thought that you have. It's influenced by your guides. So look out for that smell of perfume, because you're going to smell that, and you're going to know that you've been influenced. Now the Six of Swords, again, Six of Swords is a rite of passage. You've been going through a test. It may have been a turbulent time, may have been a very lonely time where you've been wondering, is love ever going to come towards you? The answer is yes. Okay, this card is a card that your guides are moving you out of troubled waters and shifting your awareness to know yourself better, know yourself to make better choices when it comes to love, but also to only accept the love that you truly deserve and desire. The Six of Swords is about relocating, and this could be a physical relocation or a mental and spiritual relocation of what you feel is the right love for you, or what you truly deserve, and all the processing that you've been making. You're further down the line, as it were. You've made a lot of progress. Also, Six of Swords is about a journey. So I feel like you've been going on a bit of a journey, but you've evolved to know what you want. You have become strong. You are willing to take that leap of faith. Now the Six of Wands is like news or message coming on in. This is also someone noticing you, someone putting you on a bit of a pedestal. I'd be mindful about that. Try to make sure it's balanced, because anyone putting you on a pedestal means the relationship is a little bit out of balance. If you put someone on a pedestal, you're looking up at them, okay, which means you feel like you're below them. It's a subconscious thing. We all do it at some stage. We have to recheck ourselves and readdress the balance. But the Six of Wands does tell me that this is victory. This is about you being in spotlight, someone noticing you, okay? As I said, you put yourself in a position and you're noticed. You don't even realize it, okay? Now, the Six of Wands is also like an influencer. So again, I keep getting this energy of you influencing your circumstances without even realizing, by acting on a hunch. I mean, it could literally be that you are, and 6 is the number of love, basically. You've got 2 sixes there and an Ace of Wands. So it could even be like, all of a sudden you have a desire to go to the mall, for example, and you're like, I don't have to go, but I feel like I should, so I will. And then you put yourself in the path. So on a hunch, you meet love. That's really what I feel here. Ace of Wands. Yeah, Ace of Wands there. Ace of Wands is chemistry. It is a divinely guided spark between you and a person. The universe is putting you in the position to meet this person. They're putting this person on your path. So I feel like this is a new adventure. You can also see your future with this new person. It's a spark of something really exciting. The Ace of Wands tends to be about a radical transformation in your world. It brings something passionate, but you're reimagining the way things should be, and you're being more daring to make things happen. Okay, so time to dream big when you get this card, because you're actually making your dreams a reality, especially with the Starman and the Ace of Wands. This is chemistry. This is magic. This is all that alchemy coming together to put you in the path to meet somebody new. Now, this person could be someone who is well known within the community or well known within a friendship set. Could also be someone who's famous. Okay, because Six of Wands is someone who's elevated or in some way celebrated. So I feel like, or that could be you and you're meeting someone who's of equal caliber. But I feel like this is someone that when you hear this person speak, you know they're the one. Okay, they actually want me to move on to these cards, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Patience, wait, hold back, rest. Events are still unfolding. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? And we've got Rose, protection, romance, and love. So, and it's number 11, soul path number. So we've got here, hold back, rest, observe. Events are still unfolding. Patience, wait. So that's what you're doing right there. You're having patience. You're waiting for the one. You're not rushing on in. And as a result, you're getting to know yourself better, and you're focusing on building yourself up and, you know, build a solid foundation, not just emotionally, but also financially and all of those things. And then we've got Rose. So it says protection, love, romance. Your bond deepens as you surrender to the purity within your heart. So I do feel like you're going to meet somebody who sparks your attraction. I feel like you don't come into a deeply committed relationship until past mid-June. I gotta be honest, okay? But I feel like you're curious about this person. They're curious about you. And this person wants to get to know you better. This person is going to try and break down any walls that you've built. They want to know you. And they want you to know them also. So it's number 11, which is the soul path number, but it's also the Justice card, which is all about justice. It's all about a win-win situation. You finding the solution, you finding the love that you truly deserve and you truly desire. It's also the number of good karma. So I feel like it was worth the wait. It's been a long time, but I feel like it's on the way for you. And again, pay close attention to those hunches, okay? Thank you so much for it, guys. Okay. Now we've got two trinkets. One is the butterfly, which is about spreading your wings, coming out of the comfort zone, coming out of, you know, the chrysalis. The chrysalis, you know, it looks like nothing's occurring in the chrysalis, but actually, did you know how a butterfly sort of evolves? This is a bit weird, but this is what they're giving me, so I'll give it to you. A butterfly, so the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis and has to dissolve itself. So it becomes like a big blob of goo, of nothing. So it has to reimagine itself or relearn who it is. It's almost like you evolve into something, but it's almost like 10 of Wands, you know. We all have to have a spiritual death, as it were, a spiritual ego death. And it may come at the price of a heartbreak or something like that. And we re-evolve because of that. So if you think about that goo in the chrysalis, it's like you're a mess. Okay, but then you sort of reform and you spread your wings. You transform into who you're always meant to be. Now they want this on the 4-leaf clover there. So I feel like now is the time for you to rise up. And we've also got the tree, which is planting roots. It connects to the Hierophant card, but also to the Hangman card. So I feel like you've gained wisdom. You've sacrificed, you know, not going out there dating for a while so that you can learn more about yourself, focus on your own needs. And because of it, you've actually got a new perspective and you're ready to settle down. You're ready to plant roots. I do feel like this person with the Hierophant twice here and the Tree of Life, this person will actually join, this new person will join your family tree. Just so you're aware, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. The Judgment card, I feel like it's about weighing up your options, but it's about getting second wind to get yourself out there in order to meet somebody new. But I feel like you've been focused more on your life's purpose. You're gaining clarity about who you are, what you want, where you want to be in life. And I feel like now you're opening to love, and it's going to be a beautiful journey. have the courage to take that leap of faith because it's on offer for you. And pay close attention to the perfume, the hunches, and that song as well, that Madonna song, which I think is called Like a Prayer or something like that. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me too. Okay, thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. Love and light.